going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I wanted to make a video today and talk about a topic that's been on my mind really for the beginning part of this season, and actually really since last season as well. And this is a topic that I'm having at hand, and let me know how you feel in the comment section below about this. But I think it's time that they do some sort of realignment for the Big Ten. And I'm going to get into that in a moment. But, I really think that things need to be shaken up because since they've made these two divisions, things have just not been balanced, and I think there needs to be some sort of change. So, let me know how you feel in the comment section below about that. Do you feel that the Big Ten is fine the way that they have these divisions? Do you feel that it's perfectly balanced? Or do you feel that it's could have a couple of teams move here and there? Or do you think it's completely unbalanced? Let me know in the comment section below. But so, moving forward, yeah, my thoughts on that is I really think that somehow or another something has to change as far as how they have these two divisions lined up for the Big Ten. I know that they're doing it from a geographical standpoint. I get that. But just from a performance standpoint, it's just completely unbalanced. Year after year now, and probably year after year going forward, until things change, you're going to have 4 teams fighting for the top spot in one division, and basically just one team consistently winning the other division. I think that's completely dumb. So I think that something has to be done about that. Every year it's going to be Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, Ohio State in the East Division fighting for that top spot. Going against each other every single year, beating each other, getting beat by each other, and basically canceling out each other. But then you got in the West, you have basically Wisconsin getting a free ride every single year. Now, maybe Northwestern might say something about it. Maybe Iowa might do something. But for the most part, Wisconsin doesn't have any type of competition at all. It's just smooth sailing every single year. You might play 1 or 2 people from the East Division, and then the rest of the year, other than their out-of-conference schedule, they're just smashing these other teams. And it's just not fair. It's... I don't know. I know they have it like this from a standpoint of historically playing each of these teams. Like, obviously they don't want to have it where Michigan is in one division and Ohio is in another division, and because of that we don't play them at the end of the year like we always do. So I get that. I'm sure it's the same thing with us in Michigan State. Now we're heavy in-state rivals. You want to have that game every year. So I guess I see that part of it, but what I can't see is us always playing each other and beating on each other and getting 1 or 2 losses every year because we have to play each other all the time. But then Wisconsin plays nobody every single season, and they do what they do, like what they're doing right now, where they got this, pretty much a cakewalk schedule. They play us this week. I'm going to do a video about that, about my thoughts about that. So I'm not going to talk about that in this game. I mean, not in this game, but in this video. But, it's, to me, it's ridiculous. So somehow or another, they have to work that out where maybe one of the teams, I don't know which one it is, whether it's Michigan State. Michigan State is probably the one that they'd have to maybe move. But yeah, I mean, who else is going to challenge them in that division? Nobody. So that's how I feel about that. I know that, at the bottom of the East Division, even to be honest with you, even the bottom of the East Division, you got Indiana, which to me, I know the record doesn't show it, but Indiana is a team that has been alright for the last few years. I mean, they don't necessarily have that record this year, but they're a tough play, especially if you have to play them at home. Rutgers, obviously, they're a doormat, since they've been in the Big Ten. But even Rutgers has vastly improved from last season. I mean, for God's sakes, they got, 4 wins? I mean, I wouldn't have thought that, but Rutgers has vastly improved from last season. And then you got Maryland. Now, Maryland, if you look at their schedule, not including the injuries that they have, I mean, they're down to basically telling the water boy to come in and throw the football because they have no quarterbacks. They're all injured. But if you look at their schedule is, I think they said, the most difficult schedule in all of college football. I mean, they played the who's who of college football. They played, obviously, all the top teams in the Big Ten in the East Division and lost to all of them. And then on top of that, I think they played UCF and somebody else that they played. But, I mean, their schedule is ridiculous. And still, they've got 4 wins against. They beat everyone else that wasn't a top 25 team. I mean, they've played like 5 or 6 top 25 teams. It's just ridiculous, their schedule. I feel bad for them. Not sorry for them, because, I'd love to play them all the time and get a free victory out of it. But I think that somehow or another they have to do something with this whole East-West division thing, because, like I said, Wisconsin's automatically going to be playing in the Big Ten championship game. They've been doing that for the last God knows how long. They're just a lock. Nobody can challenge them from the West Division at all. And with us, Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, Ohio, all of us going against each other and playing each other every single year, we're going to end up at least losing once to one of these teams unless we have like a run where we just run the table. And it just leads to chaos. It shouldn't be where you have one team automatically just, they're not even penciled in anymore. It's just engraved in stone over there. And then you have 4 teams on the other side all fighting to get one spot. It's not fair. So I don't have any suggestions of who should move where. Like I said, the only logical one, if you're going to keep it from a standpoint of it being geography, would be maybe moving Michigan State over to the West Division. I don't know. But it can't continue to go on as it is right now, where one side is significantly better than the other side. So those are just my thoughts about that. Like I said, maybe there's something that they consider a look at, because it's boring to have one team just dominate one division every single year without any competition. And then you got the other side where all the teams have a legitimate chance of going to the Big Ten championship game. So hopefully they fix it, and we get better matchups, and we get more variety, and just all those things, because it can't continue to go on the way it is. So, anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching it. Oh, before I conclude, I did say that I was going to watch the end of the Maryland game, talk about anything that I noticed that I didn't mention from my previous video, so I do want to mention that. I know that a lot of people are saying that we we didn't look impressive in the second half, and Maryland was out gaining us and all that stuff. And I mean, I watched the game, watched it all the way through, and this is just my personal opinion. It's not carved in stone. I don't know if this is what they actually did do, but honestly, it just looked like Harbaugh just shut everything down. Like, he didn't feel like expending any energy, any plays, anything of that nature on that game after we got up to the score that we got. It was almost as though get into halftime, come out, run the clock until it is into the ground, and then just leave. It's almost like he had the victory, and he just wanted to make sure that all of his players could get back without any injuries. So there wasn't anything specifically after that I could make any type of comment on. Like I said, he kind of just dialed it back and just let the time run off the clock. Not literally, but figuratively speaking. He wasn't trying to run up the score or anything like that. He just wanted to get out of there. So it wasn't anything significant that I noticed about the game in the second half. Peters made some nice throws, and then he made some real ugly throws. I mean, they're not Russell Bellamy type throws, if you guys remember Russell Bellamy, which hopefully you don't, because I've tried for the longest time to get that awful game, that, if you want to call that, out of my head. But it wasn't anything really that I saw that was noteworthy. Hopefully, on the injury front, we get a couple of guys that are banged up back for this game against Wisconsin. We're going to need all the help that we can get, for this game. And finally concluding, I did read that Tariq Black, if he doesn't come back for the rest of the season, that they're going to institute, or at least attempt to anyways, get a medical red shirt for him. So I don't know if he's going to get that or not. I'm sure they'll announce it, and then I'll speak on it. But it's unfortunate that he's been out, because we haven't had any type of good games from a wide receiver in a long time. So somehow or another, that's going to have to change. It's going to be the only way that we're going to be able to beat Wisconsin, is to have some sort of legitimate pass attack to keep the linebackers, keep them honest, because the game before that, these guys were just running right downhill. They didn't worry about the quarterback doing this or doing that. So anyways, let me know how you feel in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about the Big Ten. Let me know if you feel that there's any type of changes that need to be done as far as the alignment goes. Do you feel that it's perfect the way it is? Do you feel that some teams need to move around? Do you feel that it was a mistake adding Rutgers and Maryland to the Big Ten? Let me know how you feel about Big Ten football in general in the comment section below. Definitely, if you enjoy the content, leave a like on the video. It definitely helps me out. And if you enjoy my content and you want to continue to hear it, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel, and just help the channel to grow. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Go Blue.